Hello again, and this time we're looking at Libra in my little series of videos about the zodiac signs. And just to say, as I've said before, that all the zodiac signs exist in all of us to some degree. I know that we have a sun sign, and that's because the sun was in a certain zodiac sign when we were born. However, the whole zodiac of 12 different signs was present when we were born. It's just that it wasn't emphasized as much, but we do have a little bit of all of the zodiac signs in us. So if you're listening to this and you're not a Libra sun sign, you may still recognize some of the things and think, oh, okay, I definitely do that. Okay, so I'm recording this on the occasion of the Libra new moon in October 2013. So the moon and the sun are standing together in the sky at the moment, which means we have a great deal of Libra energy. And so I'm hoping some of that gets captured on this video. So what's Libra all about? Okay, Libra is an air sign to start with. And all of the air signs are extremely social and gregarious and friendly. It's their business to be so because they love people, and so it's about exchanging with people. And if you need people to exchange with and people to talk to, then you've got to be nice to people so those people respond to you and keep exchanging with you. So Libra, I guess, of all the air signs, is the one that is most known for its qualities of relating. But the Libra way of relating is a little bit different to the emotional way of relating that the water signs do, because water signs are all about emotional clinginess and relating. Air signs are about relationship, but not so much of the emotional, squidgy, mushy type of relating. Air signs are more about the friendliness and the socialness, but there's a bit of distance with air and things are a little more clipped, a little more precise. And Libra certainly picks this up because Libra wants everything to be precisely where it should be in a very kind of clipped and organised way. The biggest issue with Libra is finding perfection in relationship. This is their greatest problem. From the moment they're born right until they die, Librans struggle and stress over finding that perfect balance in relationship. The struggle to make it all fair. They have to consider everything. Everything is always running through their minds all the time. Was that fair when he did that? Was this fair when I said this? And this great struggle for fairness means that they're never really at ease with relationship. They love it. On the surface, it's great, socializing, having friends, talking. But there's always that element of making sure that, as near as possible, it's a perfect relationship. And as I say, this stresses them. They do seek justice. Librans want to make sure that justice prevails. And as so, again, you know, they're striving for this justice all the time. Can I get this fairness? The problem is with this that it often goes too far, because what Libra will do in an effort to make everything balanced, they will go way down the road of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Despite popular conceptions, this is not a fluffy pink sign. Librans can be very hard, very determined, very strong-willed, and absolutely take everything into the nth degree of battle to get their own back. Because at the end of the day, the need to balance the scales and to have it perfectly fair will, and the final outcome, outweigh their need to be liked or to have friends. They would rather be right than happy, if you see what I mean. They'd rather have that fairness or that right balance than go out of balance just to keep the peace. They like to be diplomatic, and they will struggle to be diplomatic, and they'll try as much as they can to keep the peace, because arguments do upset Libra. Libra cannot bear arguments. It stresses them in their stomach. So they'll try their utmost, but at the end of the day, at the final thing, what will win out when everything else is kind of laid bare, and it will be, well, at the end of the day, it has to be fair and balanced, and that's it. This goes into the Libra life in every way, really. If you look at the interior of a house that is occupied by somebody who has a lot of Libra in their chart, then this Libra harmony and grace will be reflected in the styling and the design of their house. how everything is organised. Even if they don't have much money, what they do have will be spent on something that is stylish, and everything must match. This is oh so important. So if they have coral coloured napkins on a coral and white tablecloth, then they must have salmon because it's the right colour to go on the white plates, and the wine must be a rosé because it's the right colour, which matches everything else. The candles must be the right colour. Everything about what they're putting out must match and look good and be organised on the table in the right way. If Librans have a mantelpiece, then and you want to buy them a present, then you make sure you buy something that comes in a pair, because one single candlestick would cause them a lot of distress. But I need one here and one here. Libra has to have one there and one there, and they have to be exactly positioned as well. They can have one of something, one clock, but that must go in the middle. Okay, well, if that's in the middle, one candlestick, which side does it go on? No, they have to have two. So it's well worth remembering that, actually, to do with Libra. And if they have a particular colour in their lounge, let's say they have turquoise or a lovely sea green, if you go out and buy them a purple cushion cover, then this is going to cause them great anxiety. First of all, they have to have that cushion cover on display when you come to call, because they're very social, very gracious, and they will always make sure that people see their gifts are being used. That's the correct thing to do. It's the diplomatic thing to do. But how could they possibly have a purple cushion cover in a room that is sea green? And so the moment you've gone out the door, they will hide the purple cushion cover again, and it won't come out again until you're there and you can see it. And all the time that this purple cushion cover is there, they'll be cringing inside, because Librans can't stand to have things that don't match in terms of colour. Another Libran trait is a complete inability to make their minds up. They cannot make their minds up. It's this or this or this or this. I don't know. What about this? No, I'm not sure. Let's go back in the other shop and just look at that one again. Let's go back in this shop now. Compare. I mean, they're a nightmare on shopping. They're a real nightmare. The only way to make a Libran make their mind up, ultimately, is to look as if you're going to make their mind up for them, as if you're going to make the choice. The moment you do that, the Libran will finally decide one way or another. So there you go. That's one way of getting them to make their mind up. They are so fair-minded when it comes to marriage and divorce that they will tend to take half rather than go for the lot. If you remember Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones, before they married, they are both Libra sun signs. They had a huge prenuptial contract to make sure that if they ever got divorced, then it would be completely fair for both of them. I thought that was so Libran. Librans are they're diplomatic, but they're likely to flatter also. A Libran will flatter you because what they want to do is be friends with you. Because then if they're friends with you, they can carry on weighing up and analysing and sorting out the distance between you and being friendly. And they so love doing this all the time that they have to have people to do it with. So they will flatter. They're very good at saying, you look beautiful and you are so lovely and this, that and the other. And that gets people to like the Libra. And so they get to carry on having this really good social life and doing what they want to do most, which is exchange on a fair level with the friends around them. So they are sensitive to being disliked in that way. They don't want to be disliked. They struggle not to be. But then there's the fair-mindedness. Going round in circles again, which takes priority, which is the most important thing to them. Emotions are very painful and very difficult in the Libran world because air signs aren't naturally emotional. They're friendly and they're gregarious, but they're not emotional. And so when emotions are called for, or when their own natural human emotions are coming up, Librans find it quite difficult to handle them. I'm not sure what to do. Big scenes, horrible, emotional, dramatic, chaotic scenes really upset the Libran nervous system. Librans like to keep things calm and harmonised. So big jealousy, big anger, big rows, are things that Librans can't handle. They much prefer to have everything just so. Sex can be difficult for Librans as well. I mean, it's just so kind of like fumbly and sweaty and distasteful sometimes. And so Librans can go, oh, really? But then, of course, they do want to please their partners. And so, again, you know, you get this Libra dilemma. There we go. I hope that has explained Libra a little bit to you about Libra's desperate need to be friendly and socialised, but also to keep things very fair and harmonised and looking good and in perfect symmetry. My name is Alison Chester-Lambert. I'm an astrologer. This is an astrology video. You've just watched it all the way through. I guess you know that by now. Anyway, it was great fun talking to you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the videos in this series. Thank you very much. Bye.